On the other side, events were unfolding as a woman suddenly slapped Princess Hong Byun across the face. The woman was none other than Hong Yil, a fire elemental professor. Judging by her name and affinity, it was clear she was related to the princess. Annoyed, she glared at Hong Byun and yelled, "How could you get all 3 of the first questions wrong?" Even Izel of the fallen Molf Duchy managed to get 2 of them right. Frustrated, she continued, "You couldn't even answer the questions that those other insects got correct. Does that make you lower than an insect? Do you understand me, you useless insect?" "Yes, Mother," Hong Byun replied, her voice quiet but obedient. Seeing her daughter's subdued response, Hong Yil's expression softened for a brief moment. Regret flickered in her eyes as she realized what she had done. No matter what, Hong Byun was still her daughter. She sighed and spoke in a gentler tone. "Listen to me, Hong Byun. You can't afford to be like me. Someone who was chased out of the kingdom and is now stuck holding on to some pathetic professor position. You cannot become the shame of the kingdom." Reaching out, she gently touched Hong Byun's face. "Don't end up like your sister." Her voice was laced with concern, but her smile contradicted her words. It was cold and calculating. "Do you understand me?" she asked again. "I do," Hong Byun replied. Yet, as she watched her mother walk away, she inwardly thought, "I do not understand her at all." She had always done as she was taught. She had never learned spells or formulas on her own. Tears trickled down her face, and she could no longer hold them back. Why was she being tormented like this? Meanwhile, in Class S, all the students were already seated, waiting for the professor's arrival. Seeing this, I knew I was screwed. This class was filled with weirdos. Inwardly, I was a university graduate. Hanging out with high schoolers? What the hell am I doing here? Just then I heard murmuring. "How the hell is he here?" "I have no idea. That is what I have been wondering too." 2 students, clearly displeased by my presence, continued whispering among themselves. I heard some parents even protested why he was placed in Class S, but the only response they got was that he was qualified. Overhearing their conversation, I knew I was now an outcast. Not that it bothered me. They had been putting in effort since childhood, while someone like me, who barely scraped by, was suddenly in the same class. If I were in their position, I would be pissed too. I also knew that students could change classes based on their exam performance. Even Class S students weren't exempt from this rule. If they did not meet the standards, they would be demoted. Thinking about it, there was even a male student who would later rise from Class A to Class S thing, I would eventually find out. Still, it felt surreal to be here. These game characters were sitting right before me. A few years from now, most of them would be famous worldwide. And among them 5 had the potential to betray the magic world. One of them was Muyu Song. Glancing in another direction, I knew Flame had the potential to prevent that from happening. "Everyone, settle down," a voice suddenly commanded. Professor Hanwol had entered the room. His presence surprised me. Some students whispered, "No way, Professor Hanwol." He nodded. "Some of you may know me, while others may not. But I will introduce myself regardless. I am Professor Lee Hanwol, the instructor for Class S." A murmur spread through the classroom. Lee Hanwol, the famed professor, who had personally hunted down 4 dark demonic humans. His name alone carried weight. He was regarded as a 7th-class magic warrior, a level far beyond most mages. "Settle down," he repeated, his gaze scanning the students. "It seems we have talented individuals here, and some very unique ones as well." His eyes lingered on me for a moment. "As you all know, this academy is a place where we foster combat mages. As future magic warriors, you will undergo intense experiences over the next 3 years of your education." His tone grew sharp. "I do not expect all of you to make it through, but during that time, I expect you to show me your absolute best." Silence filled the room. "Any questions?" No one spoke. It was as if the students were still digesting his words. Good. Let's begin. Just as he was about to start, a figure entered the room. Hongbian. I was stunned. Hongbian was never late. She followed the rules more than anyone. So why was she late today? She walked toward Professor Hanwol, her posture rigid. Something must have happened. Curious, I discreetly put on my bulbul glasses to analyze her status. Category villainess. Magic type fire mage. Likes ginseng candy. Occasionally burns herself. Drinks only espresso brewed the Akelia way. Has an evil mother guaranteed to die. Wait. She is guaranteed to die? I knew that Isel dies because of flame, and Hongbion dies because of both Isel and flame. Her fate was inevitable. I wanted to save her, but I wasn't in a position to do that. You should go take your seat, Professor Hanwol said. I felt bad for her, but there was nothing I could do. Keeping my distance was the best option. While I was deep in thought, I suddenly felt her presence beside me. My emergency senses flared. Why the hell is she sitting next to me? Her gaze was dark, icy, and piercing. I had definitely noticed it. She sat down right beside me. And with that, all my alarm bells went off. Just how the hell are things already getting twisted from the very start?